Hey, welcome back to another episode of RV Joe's. Glad you could join us. Today we're going to be making some homemade pepperoni, and we're going to be smoking it out on the Masterbuilt upright smoker. And I'm telling you guys, this episode is worth watching. You want to make homemade pepperoni? This is how we do it. So we have a 5 1/4 pound pork shoulder, actually a pork butt, and we're going to open that up. Got to take that tough skin out, off of the butt. See this skin right here? I got to take that out. There's a small chunk of it, and it's pretty tough stuff. So this is not bad, but this stuff right here. So let's take that out. Right. Now, we're gonna weigh this real quick. So that's 5 pounds even. We're gonna cut this into small chunks. So basically, I'm just gonna take my time and cut it all up. We're gonna be freezing that maybe about 3/4 frozen, I guess, or maybe half frozen, I guess, just to get them stiffened up so it's easier on the grinder. Plus it keeps the meat really, really cold, and that's what we want to do. Make sure everything remains very cold. So now we have a sirloin tip. We have 2 pounds of it, so we're going to do exactly the same. We're going to cut it up in small pieces. So we're going to go put this in the freezer. We're about an hour or so. We want it to be partially frozen, not completely frozen, so it runs smoother in our grinder, keeps the meat cold. Plus, it doesn't allow the fat to melt in there, because I'm not going to try and push it. I'm just going to try and put it in there, let the auger grab it, but it needs to be frozen somewhat, a little bit, for that to go well. So we'll be back when it's frozen. Alright, so our meat is partially frozen. Until it's kind of stiff. We're going to start grinding. This attachment has been in the fridge for at least 3 hours, and so has this bowl. So we want to keep everything cold, cold, cold. So let's get it going. So we got to put this meat right back in the fridge real quick until we prepare our spices, and then we'll start mixing it up. Alright, so we got our meat into our meat mixer. We're going to put in the spices, citric acid, some anise seed, crushed, garlic powder, paprika, cayenne pepper, good old salt, Instacure #1, red wine. Yes, look how sticky this is. Nice, that's the way I want it. All right, we'll put this in a bowl, and then we're going to get our sausage stuffer ready. casings are full of water, been soaking in water for 3 or 4 hours, at least 4 hours, and oh yeah, maybe more, maybe 5 hours. Okay, so casing right to the end, a little tip that someone told me, and it made a lot of sense. So hold it, you want to pack it in, so hold it tight. Now I'll take my sausage breaker, just pick them a little all over the place. It's important to take the air out, guys. So these are going in the fridge overnight, and tomorrow we'll be smoking them on the Masterbuilt upright smoker. So in the fridge, and we'll see you in the morning. Alright, so it's the next morning. We got our Masterbuilt smoker set at 130 right now. We're warming her up. There's no smoke in there. We're going to be adding these wood chips, which is the competition blend, into this thing. It'll be filled up with smoke. We're going to fill that up, and it's going to be our chips for the wood smoke. We got the wood smoking attachment here ready to go, and we'll be at first no smoke. We're gonna try and dry up the casings to about using about 130 degrees. We'll do that for about an hour, then we'll apply smoke. We're gonna put our sausages in. All we want to do is dry them for about an hour. I don't want them to touch each other, so I'm gonna push them apart. We're going to be putting that in one of our sausages, and I think I'm going to be using this one. I'm going to see if I can get that right in the middle. Oh, like that. And that's going to stay on like that because that's going to monitor our internal temperature of our sausage. And for now, an hour, the vents are going to be wide open. That's this, 130 degrees, 1 hour, and then we'll be back and we'll start applying some smoke, raise the temp a little bit. Put some competition blend wood chips in there. I'm going to fill it about a little over half full, not much more than that. I'm going to start our smoker attachment by pressing this switch. So 1 hour is up. We're going to close the vent a little bit, about, I would say leave about a quarter open like this here. Perfect. And then we're going to increase our temperature to, I said 165, but I know that the smoker attachment on the side will put up a little temperature spike, so I'm going to go to about 155. I can set temp. So that's just going to go to now to 160. Let's start the smoker attachment by pressing this little guy. Okay, so that's going to start smoking. That's coming out good. So now we're going to be smoking it. Let me just check the temperature of what it's at. It's at 158, 162. So we've reached an internal temperature of 130. We're going to be putting some boiling water in the smoker. Okay, so we're gonna keep cooking. 155 is what we're looking for. So we're gonna be back. We Been at it for almost 9 hours. We've had it stall at 142. It's crept up since. We've put a hot water pan down there with boiling water, and it managed to bring it up. We're at 148. I want to bring these guys to 155, and I'm going to finish it off. It's getting dark out here, so we're going to finish it off inside in a steam bath. So we're basically going to put them into a colander in a pot filled with water, and then that way and put a cover on it, and then that way they're going to steam to 155. So we're done with this. We're canceling it. I mean, there's enough smoke flavor in there, and we don't need any more, so we're just going to shut it on. There you go. Back in there someplace for now. Back cleaning this up later. I think I'm going to have to put a foil. Let me just I'll put a probe in here. I think I'm going to put a probe in this one. They're getting close. If it wasn't getting dark, we would have finished it outside. I would have kind of wait for the stall to be finished. I mean, for it to be cooked, but I think we still got a couple hours, if not a little more. So we'll do it here pretty quick. So we'll be back when they're done. All right. So we have reached our 155. Those are going in the water. Ooh, shutting up. So it's going to be hot. Let me just try to take this probe out and this probe out. Didn't take very long. Took 20 minutes. In the cold water she goes. Ice cold water. And they're going to stay in there for about, I don't know, anywhere from half an hour to 45 minutes, maybe a little longer. I want them to completely cool down. Sausages, or pepperoni sausages, are here to dry. We're going to hang in there for maybe an hour or so. They're going into the fridge. In the ice cold bath, we managed to get our sausage down to, or sausage internal temperature I should say, down to 72 degrees. That's fine. It's not cooking anymore, and we know that. Now it's going to go in the fridge overnight, and tomorrow we're going to get to taste. Alright, so pepperoni is ready. Been sitting in the fridge overnight. It's ready to go. The one thing I'm a little disappointed in is the shriveled up casing. If you guys know anything about how to fix this, I'm thinking maybe I didn't stuff my sausage tight enough. But regardless, I think it's going to taste great. So let's give it a taste. I'm going to cut it right down the center. Oh yeah, it looks really good. You can tell where I put my my thermometer, my probe in. That looks really awesome. So, well, let's cut a piece. Let's cut a piece. Alright, let's take this. See, the casing is sticking to the meat, so that's another problem. I'd love if anybody knows why, please let me know. Alright? Yeah, really good. I love the texture. It's perfect. Perfect. Nice and soft and very tasty. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, I like it. I really do. Wow, I'm impressed. Really impressed. This is really good. Good recipe. Done really well. Tastes really good. So it's a success. Alright, if you like this video, guys, give us a thumbs up. Also, click on the subscribe button and the bell. You'll be notified when we put out new videos. If you don't mind share this video with with everybody else. And also, if you have any suggestions, comments, something that I should know about the dried up casing, and maybe the fact that the casing kind of stuck to the meat, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to fix this. But regardless, this sausage is really, really good. So, you know, it is a little tricky to do, not much, but I mean, it's simple in some way, it's tricky in other ways, but it turns out great, guys, and you've made it on your own, so it's really, really good thing to try. Really good. No, I love it. Wow. We'll catch you in the next episode.